So you just finished the opening cutscene and picked Wretched. After slaying Soldier of Godric, you make it out and behold the beautiful world as a foreboding soundtrack kicks in. After meeting Melina
Sup.
and getting Torrent, you ride around for a bit. As you ride, you come across a man named Kenneth Height. He preaches to you about the teachings and greatness of the Erd Tree. And as you listen to his words, you think to yourself, surely this is the right way to save the lands between. So you reclaim Kenneth's fort and take off on your quest to spread the word of the Golden Order. First off, you're gonna need some armor and a weapon. So after meeting Bluebees
Pardon?
and getting the Spirit Bell, you go defeat the Erd Tree Knight and take his Golden Halberd. Which, should be pretty easy. I've beaten this game like twice already and... Alright, that only took me about 6 tries. Now with a weapon you can just barely equip, you grab some armor and head over to face Margit.
Foul tarnished. Prepare to be skill checked and... Wait, is that the Golden Halberd?
Yeah?
Thou haveth passed the skill check.
Yo, dude. Good job passing the skill check. Wanna go to the Roundtable hold?
Yee. So Melina takes you there, and you meet all sorts of characters, such as Mr. Gigabrain, not a Belmont. What does it stand for? Heart of Gold, Sleepy Sheepy, Papyrus, 2 corpses, and last but certainly not least, Brother Blind, who shares your beliefs in the glory of the Erd Tree. He tells you of some mysterious man called Goldmask, who I'm sure will be important at some point. For now, it's time to gear up a bit. So you head east of Limgrave in order to find the Turtle Amulet. You also grab the Cipher Potter from the Roundtable Pizzeria, and grab the Faith Knot Crystal Tear in the Weeping Peninsula. Then it's off to the Tombsword Catacomb to grab your chosen Spirit Ash, Lelouch the Headless. Now back to Stormveil Castle. As you fight through the castle, you retreat into one of the storage rooms. It's there that you find the Godskin Prayer Book and the God Slayer seal? God Slayer? Are there people out there that would seek to slay a god? Why would they do that? Questions for another day. You hand over the prayer book over the Brother Blind and make your way through the castle, reaching its courtyard. It is there that you find Godric the Grafted, one of the demigods and a fellow follower of the Golden Order. Surely he must be a powerful and he's dead. He is dead. On to Liurnia. So you exit the castle and meet a blind lady. Oh. So the blind lady wants some grapes. How convenient that someone left these eyeball-sized grapes back in the castle. That is a weird metric to measure by. Anywho, after feeding those to her, you head down into the mushy marshes of Liurnia and make your way through. And run into her again? Wow, she's fast. And she wants more grapes. Okay, thankfully there are some in these ruins that are right behind her, along with the Faith Talisman. Now it's finally off to Raya Lucaria. So you steal the key and make your way in, running through the academy until you reach the doghouse. Should be, pretty easy. I've beaten this game twice already. Okay, fine, I'll get a different weapon. So you hop on Torrent and make your way to the rot-infested lands of Caelid. Heading right over the Red Mare Castle and making your way in and up, you find the Lone Beetle and slay it to get the Flaming Strike Ash of War. What, were you expecting me to get the Flame of the Redmanes? Come on, I'm not that bad at the game. Now for a weapon. A surprisingly high amount of weapons can use this Ash of War, but I've been enjoying Demon Slayer recently, so... You make your way back to Limgrave and to the Death Touch Catacombs to find the Uchi-Katana. After equipping it with the Flaming Strike and upgrading it a bit, it's back to Raya Lucaria to slay a very bad doggy. Since there are only magic-related items in here, you can go right on to Rennala. So across the gap, past the big balls, dash past Moongrum, and on to the fight. using a free hand to back the kids, and the Flaming Strike to move on to Phase 2, which is just more of the same. With your Uchigatana, you make quick work of the Queen of the Full Moon. Except you didn't, because it was actually an illusion created by Ranni. I swear, if there wasn't this NPC-protected barrier... Oh, wait. Oh, there isn't one. Die! Anyway, I think it's time that you made your way up to the Altus Plateau. So you grab the other half of the Dectus Medallion from Caelid and head up the elevator. There you are greeted by the full and beautiful glory of the Erd Tree. It's truly awe-inspiring and Ooh, is that a big mountain? Gimme! But not before some new fashion. Locally sourced, of course. And now you begin your ascent up Mount Gelmir, admiring all the, rock, I guess. But as you venture upwards, you see all sorts of things. Men that look to be part of the Golden Order, gray and feasting on the flesh of their fallen man. Piles of corpses, with many of them strung across crosses. Oh, and, Snake Eater! Oh, hey, these Golden Order Knights aren't eating people. Maybe they'll recognize you as a fellow member of their religion. Hello, my new best friends. What? This is the Golden Order? This is what it's all about? Ugh, then I renounce this religion. Surely there must be a better way to save the lands between. With your religion cast aside, you figure you may find answers at the top of this mountain. So you continue the climb until you reach Volcano Manor. And hey, it looks like they also don't want to follow the Golden Order. What a pleasant coincidence. But in order to join their super cool rebel squad, you have to do some stuff for them, such as slay those that oppose them. That's strange, but I guess you need to be firm in order to save the lands between, which, surely this is the correct way to do so. So you head back to Limgrave to slay Istvan, who gives you a sick new set of armor, which is just a little bit too heavy for you. Tanith rewards you with an intelligence scaling fire spell. Yay! Well, I'm sure your next reward will be something better. So you hunt down Riley in the Altus Plateau, next to a menacing-looking fortress. And Tanith rewards you with a dex weapon. Oh, come on, there's gotta be better loot around here somewhere. What's this? A secret passage? So you head down into the darkness. Down and down, encountering oddity after oddity. Why is this all right below the manor? As you question, you feel the air getting warmer around you. You open a set of doors and... oh yeah. It's called Volcano Manor for a reason. You continue to explore the molten land, fighting off lizard folk and avoiding abductor virgins. After ascending some elevators and defeating a black flame monk, you come across a temple with an item directly inside of it, and this is a boss arena, isn't it? So you enter the obvious boss room to start the obvious boss battle. Phase 1 is pretty easy, dodging pokes and that alluring black fire. But then Phase 2 begins, and oh boy, it is tough. But with a well-timed riposte into Flaming Strike, he is defeated. You delve further into the volcano until you reach a warp gate, which leads you to some kind of cave. Inside the cave is a scene most gruesome. Piles and piles of bodies, snakes coiled around them, reaching into the ceiling. And at the center of it all, the grandest snake, Gelmir, said to be able to devour the gods themselves. Surely he must be locked down here to keep it away from everyone else. So you run into battle and... okay, never mind, use the gimmick weapon. And while we're at it, might as well get some new armor. After you slay the mighty Gelmir, he falls to the ground, dead. Oh wait, no, never mind, he's getting up. Wait, does that say Rykard? As in, the head of this group? Oh, treachery of the highest caliber! You take out the Serpent Hunter and slay the foul creation! Disgusted with the Volcano Manor, you storm out of there and return to the Altus Plateau. You keep running and running until you come across a draconic tree sentinel guarding the entrance to Leyndell. You stare in amazement. The armor, the weapons, the stance of superiority. Surely the dragons must know the way to save the lands between. After all, they were the ones that ruled before the Golden Order. They're before the Erd Tree itself. So you find yourself another follower of the dragons and, borrow his prayer book. Then it's back to the Roundtable hold to give the book to Brother Blind and he's not here. Then it's back to Altus Plateau to give him the book and purchase a few spells. You need a bit more runes though, so you get those, come back, and he's gone. How does a blind man travel so far? Oh, regardless, you find him again next to Golf... Okay, it's Golf Mask now. You find him next to Golf Mask. As Brother Blind rants about the greatness and knowledge of Golf Mask, you choose to ignore it because these are the words of the inferior and boring Golden Order, which is cringe and stupid and nothing dragons. So you go ahead and buy the spells off of Brother Blind and get the hell out of there. Now it's time to switch up the Ash of War and the Uchigatana. So you head over to a different part of the Altus Plateau, near the outskirts of the wall, and pick up the Lightning Slash Ash of War and throw it on your Nichirin sword. I think we're approaching my anime reference limit. But before you take down the senior member of the Dragon Cult, it's time to take down someone else. Starscourge Radahn. So it's back to Caelid again to claim another shard. You head through the back door and listen to some cool guy give an awesome speech. And hey, look, Blythe isn't here. I guess I shouldn't have killed Ranni. Now you descend the elevator and enter into one of the best bosses in the whole game. Huh. That was a bit easier than I thought it would be. But hey, look, a shooting star. Make a wish. Oh, God, never mind. It's just Judgment Day. Looks like you survived the rapture. Good on ya. Anyway, it's time to go where the meteor, star, landed and discover the lost city of Nokron. It was underground the whole time. If only Ranni had more drive for a mining company, she would have found that ages ago. Or a ladder company. A really big ladder company. No time to consider missed business ventures. It's time to see what this place is all about. Slimes. This place is about slimes. Not interested. So you head back to the entrance to fight the Draconic Tree Sentinel, using your own Draconic faith to defeat him. That's right. You simply believed harder than him and won. Now you enter Leyndell, capital of the lands between. The envoys play a beautiful noise as you gaze upon the Erd Tree. The white buildings, adorned with golden rooftops, all showered in the glow of the Erd Tree. Beauty in its purest form. It makes you want to follow the Golden Order once more and... Holy crap, is that a dragon? I'll never forgive them for this! So you start navigating the rooftops and streets until you get to... Hold on, I think I made a wrong turn. And again... And oh, hey, look, it's Golf Mask and Brother Blind. Golf Mask seems to be inspecting the Erd Tree. He's pointing at it, with his index finger, and it's, like, kind of bent, and I give up. What is he doing, Brother Blind?
Who exactly was Radahn? The Master is stumped. His finger has remained still ever since Radagon's name was discovered. Curse my mediocre mind.
Ah, yes, of course. How can you see that? Alright then, guess you gotta respec to solve this riddle. So after you defeat Golden Godfrey, you grab 2 larval tears, the Law of Regression, and stand in front of this statue to reveal... America. This truly shakes the foundation of anyone who still follows the Golden Order. Dragon Cult keeps winning. Now it's just a short jump, hop, and a skip over the Morgott. Last of all
kings.
Freaking love that boss. Anyway, now it's time to get into the Erd Tree. But unfortunately, it's locked, and there's no key under the doormat. Melina offers a solution.
Yeah, so I'm about to suggest something that may be a bit unorthodox. On an extremely related note, how do you feel about arson?
I'm for it.
Cool. So we're gonna burn down the Erd Tree.
Alright. So Melina gives you her medallion, and you head upwards towards the mountaintop of the giants. Up and up you go, trying not to be upset that they saved this beautiful snowy terrain for such a small area. After some simple parkour to avoid the boss, you make it to the lift. You hoist the medallion and ascend upwards. But wait, who's that?
He gave it to me. Shabriri, you were about to sacrifice something precious. The life of a fair maiden that you would toss into the fiery forge. Only so that you may be Lord, chosen tarnished, and would be Lord. Dare to tread the path of true rigor. Spare the poor girl, and singe your own flesh. Burn the Erd Tree to the ground, and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May chaos take the world!
There's another way to save the lands between? One that doesn't involve killing Melina? Wait, I had to kill Melina? No way! And is that Brother Blind in Golf Mask?
The rhythms and calculus of the Master's finger betray a suspicion of the holism of the Golden Order. Oh, Master, put my mind at ease. Dispel these fearsome thoughts.
The Golf Mask also seems to agree of my doubts on the Golden Order. Maybe I should go find this frenzied flame. So you return to Liurnia and find the Grape Lady. After finding one inside of some crazy old guy's skull, you give it to her, and I guess it tasted bad because she doesn't like them anymore. Oh well, more for me. Oh, now she wants you to fetch something called fingerprint grapes, which I guess is a brand here in the Lands Betweens. So you head up the hill a little, face off against horrors beyond human comprehension, make it to a city that's full of people that are like those Golden Order knights you met on Mount Gelmir. Okay, weird. But hey, look, that's probably one of those fingerprint grapes. So you fight him and take his dope-ass spear. You give Grape Lady the grape, and she eats it, and she has begun moaning. Which is a very normal reaction. After she composes herself, she heads off to Leyndell, and you follow, making your way through the confusing sewer systems and... Wait, hold on. Is it actually, like, confusing? No, hang on a second. I want to look this up.
Welcome back to another instructional video. In this video, I want to cover how the plumbing works in a typical
those
home.
makes poop flow downhill.
Everything we do pretty
It's
much
true,
relies
but
on
almost
plumbing.
all
Okay, so it's not actually a sewer system at all. This seems to be closer to like a septic tank, with like most of the waste being poured here on the ground. A system here would be treating all this waste, which I don't think is happening here. The city planners of Leyndell should not be tasked with planning another city. I mean, especially like when you consider how easy it would be to transport all the waste. Like Leyndell is built on a slope, so that means they wouldn't have to waste any, money or resources or energy to bring that waste to a higher elevation, because that's a pretty common issue. And there's like a ton of open land out there. Like there's no like little cities or buildings built out there, so you could make a waste treatment facility that's quite far away from the city. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, I was gonna go fight Toilet Moog. So you enter the boss room and begin to fight against a very underwhelming Moog, who still hits like a truck. But thanks to a tactical religious adoption of Blessings of the Erd Tree, he is taken down. A quick punch to the altar behind the chest, and you move into a secret room. A lone song starts playing as you step over the piles of hollowed corpses and gaze into the abyss below. Dear God. A freaking parkour section? You just couldn't resist putting one in here, could you, FromSoft? Fine, I'll beat your damn jumping puzzle. God, Melania's gonna be easier than that. You take a quick rest at the side of Grace, and Melina seems to want the chat.
Yo, I see you found the frenzied flame. I'm gonna ask that you don't take the flame, yeah? It'd be like killing everything in this world.
Considered.
Wait, does that mean you won't, or you will?
Oh hey, Grape Lady's here too. I guess she's also a parkour master.
Go to the door ahead. After divesting yourself of your possessions, it will surely open, and the three fingers will welcome you. May the flame of chaos find purchase within you.
I see. I understand now. This world, it's flawed, tainted to its very dirt. The greater will made a mistake and damned the land betweens. Now I must save it. No. Why should someone save these people? They've suffered long enough, unable to die, cursed to roam this nightmare forever. I won't save the lands between. I must destroy it. So you cast aside your draconic weapons and arm yourself with the Madness Spear. Grape Lady gives you the Frenzied Flame Seal, and you set out to complete your arsenal. But as you sit down at the Grace, Melina appears. I said I would consider it, not that I wouldn't take the Frenzied Flame.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I mean,
Yeah, sure, okay.
it
You
seems
better
like a
be
pretty good
careful
idea, and
after you
Vader will
release
make
the
this pretty
rune of
mistaken.
death.
What? That's concerning. But there's no time to waste worrying. So first you head over to Liurnia to pick up the Frenzied Burst incantation, allowing you long-range application of Madness, which is the only usable PvE Madness spell. So you decide to borrow from the other God-slaying followers, the Godskins. Finding Brother Blind, you purchase the Black Flame and Black Flame Blade incantations. Next, you head to the Altus Plateau to slay the Godskin Apostle there and take his weapon along with the Scourging Black Flame incantation. Now it's time for the final weapon, Black Flame's Protection. So you head to the village of the Albinorics to get the Haligtree Right Medallion, and don't finish the quest. and then you go to Mountaintops of the Giants and make your way to Castle Soul, ignoring all the enemies until you stand at its gates. Fighting through the fortress, you get to the Fog Gate before Elden Ring's strongest river, Commander Nile. That was stupid. Please forget that. But hey, fighting with an actually upgraded and correctly scaled weapon sure is powerful. With him defeated, you grab the Haligtree left medallion and make your way back to the road lift. After showing it both halves of the medallion, the lift lowers you down into the consecrated snowfield. After taking in all the, snow, you head north until you reach the beautiful marbled city of Ordania. You walk through its spirit-filled halls until you reach the Evergoal. Through there, you are given a lesson on how a little bit of light can affect the beauty of art. As well as complete and utter paranoia because of the Black Knife assassin that's following you around, waiting to stab you in the back and... Come on! Ugh. You navigate the rooftops, slaying the archers that pester your attempts as you light the candles and exit that nightmare of an area. Then you take the warp gate and finally reach the Haligtree. And now that we're here, time to go back and get Black Flame's protection from Mr. Gigabrain. What? Did you think I was going to go fight Melania? She has no relevance to the story that I'm crafting at all. So after upgrading your weapons and other tools, you head back to the Mountaintops of the Giants to fight the Fire Giant. Since he resists fire damage, you swap over to your Godskin Peeler and change his attunement to Holy Damage to take him on. Hopping on and off Torrent, you slash away at his wounded foot with some casts from the Black Flame to head on to Phase 2. More of the same until he's taken down. Now it's to the Champion Cup to commit a cardinal sin. Hey, come here. Oh, good boy, good boy. All right, now to just project my mind and... I'm gonna pass out. You awaken in an unfamiliar place. Whoa, wait a minute. No. This unfamiliar place. Crumbling Farum Azula, the holy land of the dragons. Filled with some of the first intelligent life the lands between has ever seen. The Beastmen. So you respect them and run past them. Yep, that's why I'm doing it. No, that's not because I don't want to fight them. It's because I respect my elders. So after you run through this beautiful ancient civilization, you reach the gates to one of the hardest bosses in the game. The Godskin duo. Resistant to all of your attacks, physical and elemental. So we're going to implore the use of some sleeping pots as well as these newly adopted members of the Frenzied Flame religion. Wow, that took 3 attempts. These ashes are busted. Or, well, sleeping pots are. Regardless, with that tough fight won, you can finally attune your Godskin peeler properly, keeping its weapon art and adding faith scaling. Now, with that weapon attuned properly, it's time to switch it out for a different weapon. The final weapon to your arsenal. The Envoy's Longhorn. That's right, baby, hunting horn mains got into this game. Back to Leyndell to farm for it, which thankfully doesn't take you long since you have some silver toes left even after getting this sick armor. Then it's time to grab the Holy Cracked Tear, Sacred Scorpion Charm, max out the stick, and grab Golden Vow for Placidus Axe. You make your way to the Time Reversing Grave and walk out onto the grand stage. The true First Elden Lord floating above. And as it drops down to face you, you defeat it in a very serious way. Now, before we go on to Maliketh, how's about we just mess around with some of the faith items we've collected so far? Wow! Cool! Slow! Badass! Well, on the Maliketh. He's got high holy resistance, so you switch to your spear to take him on. With his fast and sporadic attacks and movement, you wait for your windows to deliver powerful attacks. With enough strong hits, you move on to Phase 2 to face the true might of Maliketh, the Black Blade. As wielder of the Rune of Death, he is able to actually kill beings in the lands between and beyond, which thankfully doesn't apply to you. Funny how that works. Kind of makes you think, doesn't it? Is Maliketh not trying to officially kill you, or is he just unable to? Given how he's Marika's shadow and an instrument of the Two Fingers, are they somehow preventing him from killing you off? Have the Two Fingers deemed you as the one to punish Marika for her crimes? Or does it have something to do with the fact that you can kill things for good, whilst also being able to slay things temporarily? A real head-scratcher, ain't it? Too bad we don't have time to think about that. Maliketh needs a killing and Leyndell needs a burning. You awaken in the ash-filled capital of Leyndell. The smoky remains of the Erd Tree's glory surrounds you as you make your way across the area, spotting Brother Blind in his weakest moment. Upon reloading the area, there's nothing left but his clothes. Did he take his own life, or simply go insane, casting aside his possessions and running away? You travel upward and reach Mr. Gigabrain, and persuade him of the greatness of the Frenzied Flame, which he seems to be loving. Now it's up to Morgoth's boss arena to face off against Godfrey, the First Elden Lord. First human one, I guess. Oh, hey, I can summon Shabriri for the fight. That's cool. Shame he just stands in the corner the entire fight. Anywho, his first phase is pretty simple, especially since we've already fought it before. So you break him down with your two new best friends and go on to Phase 2, which is hilarious and badass at the same time, opting to just beat the crap out of you instead of using any real weapons. He shatters the stage and swings with might as he hunts you down in this ring. But that isn't enough to beat you. As his fire resistance disappears, your spear tears through him until he's defeated. As you stare at the broken lock of the Erdtree, you take a step back to go try out some of the late-game faith gear. Ooh, cool looking, but fairly worthless. Good zoning, but probably terrible. Ooh, badass. Ooh, also badass. I may actually use this. Same with this. Probably for a different character, though. Alright, enough delay. On to Radahn. You breach the Erdtree and begin the fight against the founder of the Golden Order, and the one who removed death from this world. His sinful desire for immortality has cursed everyone. It's up to you to make things right once more. He fights with quick combos, blocking range attacks and tossing his own at you. He also leaps into the air before bringing his hammer down on you, giving you a chance to beat his ass. So whenever the opportunity arises, you slam him with powerful charge attacks until you stance break him. You quickly overwhelm him with your summons until he is defeated, which brings out a god, the Elden Beast. So you switch to your peeler and tune it with the Black Flame Tornado and rush down the beast. With the weapon art, you spin to win, shredding its health bar. But that holy damage is a little insane. With Elden Stars, whatever that raining holy damage crap thing is, and the Sacred Blade attack, all a little too much. So you pick up Lord's Divine Fortification from the corpses. You also mix in some charged attacks with your spear to break poise. With enough effort, the god is slain. You approach the corpse of Marika and let the flames take over. Let the flames return everything to what it once was. The reign of the frenzied flame begins.
Moron left this behind. Yoink. Now then, have you ever heard of the Glowum Eye Queen?